Broccoli. I love broccoli. Broccoli is good with cheese.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah, sometimes it is. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to
Everything's
the
good with cheese.
show.
We're off. Oh, no, we're not. Never mind.
Welcome to the
cheese is
show.
life.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Coffee casuals and consoles. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Holy hell.
Welcome.
She turned into a bot.
To the show. Welcome to the show. This is the remix. Welcome to the show. Good morning, everybody in the chat. I'm having too much fun, and I'm over here yelling at these guys. They are trying to dive into our topics and talk about all the good stuff that's happened this week while we are live in, well, not live on the show, but in our hangout. So I had to yell at them. Sobski, I totally feel stoned. I actually have a PUBG hangover right now, and I'm not processing things, and my head is killing me. So, yeah, I don't know. I might be here for a couple minutes and then pass out on my table. Good morning, Andy Mack. Good morning, Sobski. Good morning, Abraham Romero. Jesse Walker, hello. It's been a long time since I've seen Jesse hanging out with us. Yeah, everybody can hear me today. That's sweet. I didn't mess up. Ooh. Good morning, John Feliciano. How are you? Fastback, good morning. I think Fastback was the first one here in. He was promoting us out on Twitter, so that's awesome. UK Dazarus, Moderator of the Year. Award goes to you for being the Moderator of the Year. What's up, Texan Wolverine? Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Joseph. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm about to go into the living room and give her a little slap in the back of the head. Hopefully it corrects that broken record thing that's going on right now.
Good morning.
She has to say good morning to every one of her pictures that pops up. There's like 6 of them.
You know what? That's true, because that's what I'm looking at right now. Good morning, James. Good morning. Good morning. So, Expa, you want to tell us who the show is brought to everybody by today, our new sponsors?
This podcast is brought to you by Shave Club for Babies. If you're tired of your 3-month-old having that 5 o'clock shadow, for $1 a day, you can get blades and a handle sent to you on a monthly basis and have that covered.
Just don't get
back to you, Snap.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you, sponsor. I forgot what you're called.
Shave Club for Babies.
That sounds safe.
It is.
Oh man, this is killing me.
Are you okay, O Snaps?
No.
You're not supposed to laugh at the sponsor.
It's too.
They're probably gonna drop them now.
I worked.
Where's the link at? I want to order some.
I worked hard.
It's www.notrealshaveclubforbabies.com.
There's lots of hairy babies in the world. They need this in their life.
Well, oh man, you guys, I'm so exhausted, and I'm gonna tell you guys.
Neo Mental is in the chat. I call him AKA the brains in the family.
Is that true?
Let me tell you something. We used to call him the professor back in the day. So yes, he does have a big brain.
Oh my God! Why is it as soon as we go live, somebody from work has got to fucking message me? Get a life.
Say make your own damn cookies.
It's like they know that I'm doing something, and it's like they
maybe they're fans of the show and they're like, yeah,
no,
they're
get her
not.
Good. It's some dumb stuff. It's like so aggravating. I can't stand it. You know what? I'm not gonna look at my phone anymore, you guys, because you know what? The next thing I'm gonna do is stomp on it.
I'm gonna prank call them. Say,
please do.
Cookies.
Please do. All right, guys. So you know what? Any announcements, because I do, and then I'll let you guys go. As you guys can see, I have a scroll going across the bottom. I'm really horrible with understanding how all this
that looks good. That looks really good.
how all these scrolls go. So if anybody donates, it's still going to say you're a Patreon supporter. It's not going to be true unless you're actually a Patreon supporter. But I do want to say thank you to our current Patreon supporters. We have Tony Almeida. Thank you so much. Stinking Corpse. Thank you. Spoonman, Dirty J, and then Gina B. Gina B is my mommy. But, you know, the other four are our gaming community Patreon supporters. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. It means so much to me. And if you guys are interested in becoming Patreon supporters, the link is in the description. Yeah, and then over to you guys. Do you guys have any announcements or anything for this week?
I just want to say something because I came out with a video yesterday, kind of, you know, Snap's talking about, you know, everything that's been going on in our lives. I just want to say thank you, you know, for all the support on the video, all the support out there on social media and stuff like that. I will let people know because some of the comments, it sounded like I was already like 3 feet in the grave or something like that. Guys, from that video, all right, I look at all that information as really positive stuff, all right? Really positive to the point where you guys aren't going to be getting rid of me anytime soon. I'm going to be around. I'm going to be making content and stuff like that. But I do definitely appreciate all the love and all the support from the community. Thank you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much that.
Is that pretty much that, Xbot?
Pretty much. Now I have to go shave a baby.
Dude, it's awesome to have you back. Like I was saying, YouTube and social media is not the same without Xbot 448.
No,
right.
It's not. It's very quiet, and it's not fun when I'm
orderly
not picking on him.
Until mid-February, I should go by Lisp Gamer. Is what I'm going to go by.
Lisp Gamer. Actually, somebody has that namer. Somebody has that name on YouTube.
But they're not me though. So.
Oh, I have.
I'm not going to change my name officially. I mean, temporary.
Lispy Xbot 448.
It's a good name though.
All right, so I'm going to tell you guys a funny story before we dive into the actual show. All right, so the night that Xbot first ate dinner after, you know, he had his mouth stuff done, we sat down at the kitchen table and the kids were having a fucking field day. I'm not going to deny the fact that I wasn't having a field day as well. What's up, Xbox guy, not Xbot, I can't read. And the kids were like sitting there telling him to say certain words so he could make the lisp sound. So I'm like, so say Sally sells seashells by the seashore, and we're like, we're laughing at him and having a lot of fun. You know, it was very good very good sport about it. But I thought he was gonna get in his feels, and he didn't. He held his own for the kids.
It was fun, and I've gotten a lot better since. And come mid-February, you won't hear it anymore. So. Ha ha! Get your laughs in now, people.
Everybody start laughing at Xbot, please. Thank you. No, but he's been a good sport, and you know he's been trying to keep his head up and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's cool. Anybody else have any announcements?
Oh, I do. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I was gonna say I have my first Christmas related video going up on the channel later today, and I hope to get a few Christmas related content like videos before the actual day if I actually get a chance. Busy month for everyone, so hopefully I can get something done. More than one, at least 3 videos.
Awesome. Yes, you will. You're gonna have.
Since you celebrate Christmas, you have to get Elf on the Shelf, right? And then you gotta got to do a montage of pictures that put Elf in the Shelf in very classic horror scenes, like one from It, like one from Friday the 13th. You know,
get cool.
And just have a whole montage video, and play Jingle Bells, play Jingle Bells in the background as it's going through. That'll be awesome.
That sounds like a good idea. I like it. I'm always open to suggestions. So.
It puts the lotion on its skin. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Skin, and then it rubs it in. So, you're gonna have a video schedule.
Well, I have one going up definitely like today, but a schedule like I just hope to at least get 3 Christmas themed videos before the actual day. It's a bit late going up the first one, considering we're already halfway through the month. So I hope to at least get another 2 videos done before, if I get a chance.
Nice. All right, and then
I have one now.
What?
Yeah, I have one real quick. If anyone's interested, my review of the Division Update 1.8 was posted yesterday. I give my impressions and all the new features that have been involved, that they added to it. And if you're interested, check it out. But it's worth it. The update is fantastic. They added a lot and for free.
I forgot about that. So thank you for the reminder. I'll definitely have to check that out because I forgot all about that with PUBG. But that's another story.
I want to check out his review because I want to see how level-headed he can be with a game he absolutely loves.
Yeah, absolutely.
He seems fair when I watched it.
Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. And one other thing, if anyone wants to really know some really deep down details about Boomstick, you can listen to the Speak podcast. I was a guest on Sunday afternoon with Luca and Blue. And I opened the door to a lot of stuff that was, that a lot of people don't know about me, and some serious topics we covered were like during 9/11 were really like. There were a couple of points where I don't know if you hear it, but I kind of had to stop and hold some stuff back because I really delved deep into that episode, and I kind of let it all hang out, so to speak.
Awesome. Yeah, I was watching it, and it was really awesome. I like seeing the other side of gamers because, we're not just gamers. There's a lot more.
There's an origin story for everyone, and, it's not always fun in games. Real life does happen. And, like I said, I was very candid. I was completely transparent and honest. And I've been getting a tremendous amount of great feedback from the community. So that's been really good.
And that's awesome, and that's what it's all about. We're all a community, so we got to make sure, we support each other. But not only that, remember that we all have another side to us. And I think it's really important getting to know each other on the aspect of you're not just a gamer, you're not just a face, we're more than that. I think it kind of brings the personality to life, and when you hear the other side of people, because it's very a Twitter page is very superficial. It's just you with your best picture and you sharing stuff and interest and things like that. But there's so much more. There's layers to everybody, and you can learn a lot about people that way. And that's something that I enjoy doing a lot. But yeah, I did watch Speak podcast, and it was a really interesting show. So I know you got a little foggy-eyed talking about 9/11 and all that good stuff because you were there.
Yeah, it was. Originally, I wasn't sure where we were going to go, but we talked a few days prior, and I kind of let her know that I would go all in on it, and I'll give her, like the real what I saw and what I experienced and how it was. And I think it came through on the podcast exactly how devastating 9/11 was, and if you see it on TV and you're horrified, but when you're there in person and you're seeing what I saw, and again, mind you, I didn't see half as what I knew people that were that spent almost the whole time down at the morgue, and it just was a lot of people kind of lost it, and they started with the drinking and you can really go down a real dark path. I'm fortunate that I didn't let that happen, and but it was good to kind of get that out there, and I'm glad that I did the podcast.
Yeah, and it's stuff sometimes that we kind of build up inside of us, and you might not think about it all the time, but it's always in the back of your mind somewhere. So it's definitely good to let it out, and it's good to discuss it because I know some people that it might still bother them, so maybe talking about it helps,
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
All right. And Supersonic Station, I think you had an announcement, but
oh yeah, just there's a couple videos that me and Lady Lux UK just did a Project Spark co-stream on Mixer and YouTube, and the challenge was to make Graphic God's avatar because he makes avatars for everyone, and mine didn't turn out so good, but definitely check that out. And I was gonna make a video. I'm really excited about this. I've been waiting all weeks, but I decided to save it for the podcast.
Awesome.
Okay, here it goes. I'm pregnant.
Oh, Not again.
Wow, we are so surprised.
You're a whore. Sorry, did I say it out loud? God,
It happens.
Not at all.
It happens every week. I don't know how it happens.
Well, it's still the same baby. It takes 9 months, so.
It's
There's
still the same.
baby Skeletors everywhere.
We're gonna have to get a baby shave club stuff.
Yeah, Baby Shave Club, get all that stuff.
No wonder why they're a sponsor.
Yep. See, it all comes together, full circle.
It worked out perfect. All my babies are going to be hairy, so we need lots of that Dollar Shave Club for babies.
All right, guys, there's gonna be a bunch of hairy Skeletor babies running around.
That is terrifying. But you know what? I gotta say, Mel. You know, we normally during in past Decembers, there's not much usually to talk about, especially like in the gaming front. But this year,
oh my goodness,
it's packed.
Well, that being said, we're gonna dive into, like, you know, our actual show and topics. I do like to discuss things that we have going on in our life, announcements, things like that. So that's pretty cool. But you know, I want to know what you guys have been playing this week, and we're gonna start with Xbot because I want to see how much Destiny that guy's been playing this week. So Xbot, what have you been playing this week?
Destiny 2, of course. But I've also played PUBG. We actually played it. It was funny when we streamed it. Everybody was coming into the stream like, "How are you guys playing this now? It's not available till midnight." So we had to answer these questions while trying to survive and stuff like that, which was really cool.
Yeah, I kind of felt like a scumbag, I gotta say. Like, I felt a little bit
I was trying
bad.
to keep it a secret a little bit. Like, I was like, yeah. But I like so far when it comes to gaming, and it's only been like a little time that we had with the game, but it was Gang Beasts on PS4. I absolutely loved that game. I was grabbing Oh Snaps by the beard, lifting her up, trying to throw her in a grinder, trying to throw her off a building. I had her head down on the ground, and I was just punching her in the back of the head. And it's a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. And that is kind of like the game. I kind of fell asleep like with pictures in my head. Like, hey, I don't know. It was really cool.
That game's trippy in VR too.
I can imagine. Oh my goodness. Gang Beasts.
I haven't played it in VR. I haven't seen it in VR. But it's.
I wonder if they're gonna make it VR it's for the PSVR.
They should. I don't see why they couldn't do it.
Exactly. That'd be crazy.
All right. So you played Gang Beasts, you played Zero Destiny, and you played PUBG.
I played Zero Destiny.
Zero Destiny, guys. He barely played Destiny this week. I was very.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
You hush.
Hold on, I got my Xbox. I got my Xbox One on right now. I can actually go to the achievements and then see. I want to see how much time I actually have on this game now, because let me see here.
Oh, Luca popped in. She's seen you playing Destiny. She's gonna go in your game and tell you how to dress. She's a fashion police of Destiny.
She can't even mess with me. I am on point. I am stylish. I am Destiny.
Because that's all he does in the game is sit there and dress up his little doll. Like,
it's not a doll.
I had no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm watching video of it. It looks hilarious.
Oh, Gang Beast?
Oh.
Yeah, I had no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm like, man, gang, whatever. But I'm looking at it. It looks hilarious. Like people throwing each other off buildings. They're grabbing. I see a Pikachu cat kind of character.
Mm-hmm. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. All right, so Supersonic Station, what have you played this week? Oh, you know what, guys? Here's what I didn't do. I did not introduce the crew. So we have Supersonic Station. We have...
What's going on? Oh, wait, I can't do that anymore.
No, we can't. We have the Xbox 440 and Boomstick. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, so continue on, Supersonic.
What's an Xbot?
That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, my God. I don't have brain cells for this shit right now.
All right, check this out. So PSVR was on sale for $199, and it's a bundle. It comes with the worst driving game ever made. I don't even remember the name of. Oh, Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. It's horrendous, but it's still $199 for and literally you're playing the system out of the box. No,
Oh, yeah.
you know. So it's a good deal, but just understand it is the old hardware.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because it's so cheap. The only thing with the new hardware is that you get headphones and you get HDR on your TV. You don't have to.
Yeah. There's a few less wires as well.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Do you guys? I pulled up how much time I've spent in game on Destiny 2. Do you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, it's probably what 30 days, and it's only been out a month.
No, it's less than that. It's actually less than that. It's 20 days.
All right,
14 hours and 1 minute. But you got to remember, we didn't get it day one either. We got it like a couple weeks after.
Well, dude, I mean, listen, that's your favorite game. There's nothing wrong with that. I have 37 hours in Destiny. I mean, Division. You know, I've been playing that game since it came out, but
I'm catching up to you, man.
No, you play a lot of Destiny, but you know what though? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you like a game, regardless of how anyone else feels about it, you just keep playing that game.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, as I was saying,
PSVR, which
you have to cut me off.
Love that song. So it's a really good deal because if you think about it, that crappy racing game is $60. The camera's $40. So you're getting a VR headset for like $100. That's a really good deal. That sale lasts to the 24th. So what I did was I took my crappy racing Gran Turismo game to GameStop and got the new Resident Evil Gold, which comes with everything.
That's awesome, dude. That was smart. That was excellent.
Yeah, for like $49, it's priced at right now, and it comes with everything and the new DLC and everything. And oh my god, that game is so freaking scary. It's really good,
dude.
But it's
I played it in VR for a little bit. It is really you can fall on the floor. Resident Evil 7 in VR.
Nope.
It's fantastic, but you know it's funny. Supersonic, did you ever play the kitchen demo?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is how real it looks. It feels, Mel. Right? I'm sitting in the chair, and I know the creature's coming. I know. I watched enough scary movies, and don't you know, when she rolls the head towards you, I lifted up my feet like it was going to hit my feet. That's how immersive.
Yeah,
it is.
I can see that.
It is, and you know something. When I'm sitting in a chair, you see her hands kind of creep on your shoulders. I refuse to look around. Like you could look back, I didn't. I was like, you know what? Let it just kill me because I don't even want to see it coming.
Did you play the new DLC for Resident Evil?
Not yet. I'm playing through the whole game first, but it is super immersive. You really feel like you're in that house. You hear noises. On the side.
That's going to be a chore because that game was fantastic. Really one of my favorite games of this year. I mean, I got to tell you, any other year that would have easily been game of the year, but there's just so many good titles that I'm going to have a real hard time picking a top 10 this year.
Well, that was already my game of the year, but like with this PSVR stuff put it on like a whole nother level.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, you'll be happy to know I had sold my old hardware privately. I made some decent money on it, no big deal. But I am going to buy the new hardware. They have the bundle, which is $350. That comes with everything, including oh my god, the people that make Fallout,
Skyrim.
Bethesda?
Yeah, it comes Skyrim VR. It comes with. So I'm going to wind up buying myself a Christmas gift this year. I'm picking that up.
Is that part of what you played this week?
Who, me? Oh, no,
Supersonic.
I think we're going off topic here, guys.
No, I'm waiting to get Skyrim and Fallout VR on the Oculus Rift.
The show is off the rails as usual.
I know.
I would just like to note that I stayed on topic and I went really quick.
Congratulations. No, because
Thank
you guys don't understand. My brain isn't
short
processing stuff correctly.
I played
no.
I'll keep it short now.
All right, what have you played this week? Boom.
I played Assassin's Creed.
One more. Oh, the Overwatch new Christmas thing's out. I played that this morning. Okay, go ahead.
And I played Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm close to beating it.
Assassin's Creed Origins?
Yeah,
That's all you
I've
played?
maxed out everything. All the stats are maxed out, and I'm gonna try and beat it. It's fantastic. If you haven't played yet, you really should.
I have not even touched that game at all.
It's a big game. You know what? In January might be because it's a lull. Usually in January, it's a good time to pick that game up and play.
I'll be playing PUBG. But did you play any, did you play any Call of Duty?
Oh, I sold myself.
Boomstick,
I actually got the game now.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I'm glad the campaign's really cool.
Yeah, it is. I'm probably halfway through it. Boomstick, did you play any Call of Duty over this past week?
No. I strictly stayed with Assassin's Creed. I haven't played anything else. I mean, I tried PUBG, and I came in 39th, but that's, you know, again, the game's a little rough, and, you know, I may pick it up when another patch comes out. I don't know if I want to invest too much time into the game. I mean, it's really, I mean, it's fun, but it's broken in a lot of areas, and I don't know if I could, you know, stick with a game like that.
This has been ongoing for a month that you haven't played Call of Duty with OSNAP.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Everybody in the chat, what do you think? What do you think? You think that you should be muted on timeout for not playing Call of Duty with me? Because apparently Call of Duty doesn't
just
matter.
Don't find it interesting at all. I gotta be honest. I don't like it.
That's what I was gonna say. What did you get?
Thank you, CBL.
No, and anyone that knows me, I buy all the Call of Duties for the single player. I could care less about the multiplayer. I really rarely play any of the multiplayer at all.
Neo Mental.
Everybody
even the zombies.
Everybody in the chat that follows Boomstick on Twitter, send him gifts right now on how you feel about him not playing Call of Duty multiplayer with
my phone is exploding.
You gotta do this now.
You guys all have witnessed him saying every single week for the past 4 weeks that he would play with me. I'm just throwing it out there. Skull Stomper says in the chat, hashtag Xbot make Mel some coffee now. Yes, please. He actually got me some ibuprofen and some coffee and stuff. He's treating me like I have a hangover. I feel like I have a hangover. That's how much fun I was having yesterday and the day before. But CBL, what have you been playing this week?
I've played Fortnite.
You know what? I'm done with you. That's not entirely true. I know you've been playing something similar too, right?
Oh yeah, I've been playing a good bit of PUBG, easier to say that. I have a lot of things to say when we're talking about that later. I re-downloaded The Division because a new update came out, and I played it for 5-10 minutes, and then I got bored again, stopped playing it.
5-10 minutes.
I have no one to play it with, and you need people for that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Send me an invite.
So you played Fortnite, PUBG, Fortnite, a little bit of The Division, and then you went back to Fortnite?
Yeah, well, I want to focus a little bit on getting some more PUBG gameplay in. And
CBL, I think you have a problem, man. I seriously do.
Yeah, look who's talking.
You might need an
Destiny addict.
You have more hours than me in Destiny than I do in Fortnite. That's like.
But Destiny has a story. You're playing like a battle royale.
Well, you call that a story, you know?
Shots fired. Shots
fired. There you go.
At least Fortnite's not trying to rob you and stuff, you know, or locks things. But we'll get on to all that stuff later.
Oh, Neverland tweeted boom. Neverland tweeted boom. Remember in the chat, you got to tweet him gifts.
No, Neverland did. Gifts. You just said
about how you feel.
Yep, there it is.
How you feel. That he's not playing Call of Duty with OSNAP.
Sending me the Judge Judy gif.
Mentioned by Captain Shenanigans. Shame on you, Boomstick, for continuing to duck poor girls can game too. Oh man, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Well, it is your show. They didn't defend you. You have some problems.
Bastard. That's freaking awesome. Greeting Beyond Limits. I think your voice is coming through just fine, but I'm not sure. I mean,
that's what I was asking them. like in case it's different. Because the mic was being weird before, like as you seen, it wasn't working at the
I'm
start.
gonna try
so
to raise you guys up a little bit. Hopefully, I don't break things.
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Dance.
Dance. Boom.
You guys
I don't
are
know
awesome.
I got the needle on the record.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys what I've been playing this week.
PUBG.
PUBG.
Not Destiny 2.
No, definitely not Destiny 2. It's like, all right, guys, I just need to put this out there, okay? I want to play Destiny 2, okay? I want to, but then I always end up playing other things. I played a lot of DMC.
Good. Yeah, I am actually proud of you for that. That is a quality single player game. And
it's a single player game, you guys. That all in its own is an achievement.
Yes,
for me.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I really enjoy the game. I got really into it. As you guys
Have you finished it?
No. Okay, I got to this part and it was a little bit hard. And I was like, I don't have time for this. And then PUBG came into my life. And that's probably the last you'll see of DMC.
Rest in peace.
Definitive edition. But I did put it on YouTube, a stream of it that I did. And then I got Capcom hitting me with copyright stuff and things. And I was just like, all right, whatever. But you guys, if you guys
unbelievable on a game that freaking old. Come on.
Yeah. If you guys follow me on Mixer,
let me tell you something. They should actually be happy that anyone's even talking about any of their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's ridiculous.
Ooh,
in your face.
I was gonna say they need the money right now, but damn, boom.
No, I mean, sorry. I mean, listen. If the game, first of all, the game is old as hell, right? Okay, and you know, you would be if you were a company that put out a game that has not been on anyone's radar for quite some time, and someone does some streaming. I would be giving them. I would be sending them, clapping gifts to thank you for, letting people know this game exists. Because come on, that's ridiculous.
But was it from Capcom?
I'm right there with you, man. Like when it comes to like those processes, like Nintendo and Capcom, and was it? Oh no, Bandai. Bandai is horrible.
They're really they're like a stickler. And if you even
it's advertising, man. Who cares if somebody makes like $1 off streaming that game? You know what I'm saying? Because YouTubers, unless you have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers,
you're not going to get any money.
Millions, you're not getting jacked. You know what I'm saying? So they need to calm down with all.
It could be the music that's in it though too. Who made the claim? Was it the Capcom or
Capcom.
the music company?
I don't know if it was anything else, but I only saw Capcom in my email, and I was like middle finger.
That is really shocking because, quite frankly, no one is talking about that company. As a matter of fact, there was rumors that they were going to be bought out. That's how bad they're doing in Japan. So
yeah,
I gotta say, I find that to be.
I was making it popular again. Just
really. I mean, and not to mention, obviously, there was a leak of the new Devil May Cry, so people got hype and you started playing, and you're like,
which wasn't announced.
Yeah, which wasn't announced. Right. Nothing's been official. It was a complete leak. At this point, we don't even know if it's true.
I didn't even know about that. So,
oh, well, there you go.
I think it's white hair Dante, though. It's not the DMC reboot, so whatever.
I played a lot of DMC, and I really love it. And then I played some Gang Beasts, a little bit of that. You guys can check out the stream. I know last night we were playing, and when we were streaming, someone was like, oh, man, I got to get this game because my girl loves it. And I guess they watched and or played it on PC. So they were like, we got to get PS4. And that's exactly why we got a PS4, is because we want to play Gang Beasts. But the online
I'm going to buy it now because of you. That looks fun.
Oh, so much fun. See, look, we sell games. Yay!
Yeah, you see, and no one's sending you a strike or any threats.
And I deserve $1 for that PlayStation and or Bone Loaf.
Boomstick, I had O-Snaps jacked up. I had her head in between like two pipes, and I was just like punching her in the back of the head.
I wish they had crossplay on that. I'd play that with you guys. But no, Sony won't allow that.
So you have a PlayStation though. It's only $15.99 right now because it's 20% off, and it released yesterday. So I would get it before it goes back to $19.99. Just saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As soon as we get done with the podcast, I'm gonna pick it up.
awesome. And then when they open up the online play, because it did release broken and it wasn't working, it's going to be so much fun. And then, of course, I played PUBG, and I'm absolutely in love with PUBG. So I don't want to dive too much into PUBG because that is one of our topics for the show. So let's dive right into that. You know,
I don't want to dive into that, but let's dive right into that.
No, I don't want to dive into my thoughts until I hear your guys' thoughts, because I could probably talk about it all day. That could be a show all on its own. So I don't want to talk about my thoughts on the game until we get into our actual topic. Yes, $15.99 Fuzzy Belvedere for Gang Beasts right now. And it's regularly $19.99, so it's a really good price. Even $19.99 is probably worth it because it's a lot of fun. Great party game. I think you can have.
They have a hamburger. They have a hamburger Ferris wheel that you put that you're on.
They have a wrestling ring in there too. We could have like a Royal Rumble and stuff.
Yeah, and how many players is it local co-op? It's at least 4.
Four.
I'm not sure if that's.
I think it goes up to 4.
Yeah. All right, and then you can play online with friends. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Awesome. Fuzzy's picking it up tonight. We will see you in the ring.
What?
Or ring. I meant.
You cannot beat my hardcore granny. I'll just let you know that right now, man.
You don't know that. All right, so guys, we're going to move on to our PUBG thoughts, because this game released the 12th, well, the 11th for me, Xbot, and a couple hundred other people. You know, and Andy Mack in the chat, he hooked us up with a copy. Now, everybody is like, how did you get it, blah, blah. Andy Mack got it, I think it was like a month at least in advance. He bought quite a few people the game in the community, so that was really awesome, and we all thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. I know Fonz is one of the people, and there was a couple other people I saw on the on Twitter, you know, that he hooked up. So that's really freaking awesome. You know, and PUBG, it has its looks, it has its gameplay, and I feel like it might be missing some things, but I want to hear from CBL first and foremost. And the reason why I'm going to CBL first is because he is in love with Fortnite Battle Royale. So I think that, you know, he would be a good person to listen to a comparison, because we all have played it. But he's so into this Battle Royale and his Fortnite alone, that it's going to be a great opinion. So CBL, please let us know your thoughts on PUBG.
Overall, like, it's in a very rough state. As most people are aware, if you played it or seen YouTube videos, the game looks like shit. Like, it mostly looks like shit when you go into the lobby area and there's literally no textures on the ground or anything like that. It just looks awful. And then it looks pretty bad when you're like about to fly over the map and drop down. And then it goes like, the frame rate is terrible when you're dropping. It goes like basically slow-mo. But other than that, once you land and get into the game, it does be fine. Nothing too bad. I have had 5 game crashes while playing the game. I had 3 the other day, and I had 2 game crashes today when I was playing it before jumping on the podcast. There's one cool thing that I don't know if many people know about this. If your game crashes while you're in the middle of a match, if you jump back on fast enough, you're able to reconnect to the game and continue where you left off.
Yes, I love that. I'm gonna pause you right there. That has happened to me a couple times, and I went back on, and I was like, the only thing that sucks.
Hold on, guys, is she botting for you?
She turned into a nullbot. Nullbot 448.
Botting hard right now, lady.
It's because the computer CPU is at 35, 38.
What the fuck? 52%. That sounds like a different language.
Excuse me, miss. Now, what you can do is you can jump out, and you can use the link on the DM to jump back in. It'll stay live as long as there's people in here.
The computer CPU is at.
Say something funny. Go on, do it.
Something funny. Go on, do it. All right.
Act like Cortana.
Can you guys hear me again, or is it still botting?
It's botting. You got to jump out and jump back in.
All right.
It's not a CPU thing.
But if I jump out,
Chipmunk robot.
God damn it!
It won't stop. It won't stop.
All right.
You just got to use the link in the DM to come back. Okay?
Keep talking.
If you can hear me, right now it's on Gang Beast is on sale for $15.99. It is definitely worth it. Even if it's not on sale, it's $20 usually. It is a lot of fun, man. If you got people to play with, yeah, no doubt.
Someone can hear typing.
Oh,
It went back to please stand by.
Yeah, you sound better.
Yeah, because I'm trying to fix
Why'd you go
this
back?
stupid thing. There we go.
All you have to-
It's all messed up now.
All you have to do
It's
is
fun.
move the
That's at your bottom.
There we go.
Say something.
Something.
God
Something.
bless OBS.
Lock it down. Yeah, no, my.
there you
my,
go. There you go. There you
it's
go.
better. It's all
I'm a big
better.
fan of OBS, to be honest with you.
I can hear you
Very
fine.
fickle.
Everyone is clear. Fuzzy, thank you so much.
All right, guys. Yay, technical difficulties. All right, so what was I saying? It was really important things.
You got disconnected from PUBG and then you went back
Oh,
in.
yeah. So I cut Dean off to tell him that I love that feature because I was in the middle of it. The only thing that really sucks, though, is if you're streaming on Mixer and you're not using something like
Yeah,
OBS,
that happened to me.
you're screwed. Your stream is done. So I fell out and then I got back and I was like, oh my gosh, I can go right back on the game. That's so awesome. First of all, that was amazing. But it did happen to me last night where I literally screamed because I was like, no! We were in the middle of something intense and the game cut off and I was so pissed. So you could probably hear me screaming on Xbox.
That seems to
stream.
be when it happens, though.
We
when
got
something
to-
intense is happening.
Yo, we got to the church in the ruins, and there was 2 people on top of the church, right?
Mel's
all of a
driving
sudden,
the car.
Mel's driving, right? And then all of a sudden, she gets booted out. So the car just drifts right over to the side of the church where they're on the roof, and they just look down and just start but. I'm like, oh no!
Nobody even knew I was gone from the game other than me screaming, no! So yeah, it was sucky because they ended up dying, and then I got back in the game. But by the time I got back in the game, it already marked me as dead. So I was pissed. I guess they had killed me, or something. I don't know. But yeah, continue CBL. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I thought that was a really awesome feature to have in the game. Was where if you get booted, you can come back to your game.
Or it'd be great if the game didn't crash as often as
yeah.
it did. Well, that's saying. But that is an awesome feature. I haven't won yet, but in my second game, I came third. I've gotten to the top 10 a few times, and I got third in doubles. So we're getting there, getting close. I'm enjoying the game when I'm playing it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but it is really rough, and there's no denying it. Like, if anyone's there saying that, like, there's people that are literally defending this game like it's crazy. It's an Xbox exclusive. You have to defend it, right? Like, people know it's a game preview.
It's so smooth.
Like, look at the graphics. It's so good. It's so good.
It's smooth like a shave club, baby.
You know, guys, I think CBL makes a very valid point. Just because it's Xbox or just because it's Microsoft does not mean you have to back the game 100%. You're allowed to have your own thoughts. You are allowed to be honest. That's why people watch these shows. They want our honest opinions. They don't want us to just bullshit and kiss Microsoft's ass. That's how things don't get fixed. By you saying,
yeah, we won't kiss their ass. We don't get any games from them for free yet.
yeah, but like if you just keep saying things are okay and it's fine and you know Xbox is
Then
the
there's no
best
reason
box.
for them to fix any problems.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. They're not going to do anything about it if you are just okay with mediocre. You have
guys
to.
You're stealing my thunder right now. I hope you know that.
Good. But like the thing is, we don't need to settle, and if you settle, then you're not going to get anything better. So, sorry, CBL. Did you have anything else to add for that?
Well, since this game and Fortnite are so similar, like I'm not trying to be biased because I like both games. like I have a preference at the moment, Fortnite, only because I've played it a lot more, and that game doesn't have really any issues. Like it obviously does, but most of the big issues have been ironed out, and they're very good with the updates at the moment. And they just done a whole 50 versus 50 mode. That game is free, so if you never played a battle royale game, that's worth at least trying it out. See if you like the game type in general. Look more into what PUBG is like at the moment, like if what people think, if it's worth investing in, because it's not going to be in a very good state for at least 2-3 months probably. But it's all right. It's playable. Like you can have a good time. I've already had very intense matches, and both games can exist. You can like both. You know, you can like Marvel, you can like DC, you can like Xbox, you can like PlayStation. There's always those two big things that come out that are similar, and there always has to be a separation. You can't like both, but it's okay to like both of these games because they're both good. And one of them is just more further along with updates than the other, and that's it.
That is very true. One is further along with updates. They are very similar, but they're also different as well. I have to say, I could not get into Fortnite Battle Royale like I can PUBG. I don't really know why yet. I don't know if it's the cartoony aspect or what is, because there's some things I like about Fortnite better than PUBG. But I just can't seem to get into it. Every time I try, I end up dead right away, and it makes me angry. So
yeah, like the whole building thing in Fortnite, that was hard to like adjust to.
What happened? Boom.
I said they won't like you when you're angry. You'll turn green.
Yeah, I turn green and angry and stuff.
She-Hulk on the scene.
I throw things, and I was going to say bad words, but we don't want bad words. Boomstick, what do you think about PUBG?
Well, I played three matches. There's a lot of drops in frames. I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Once you're on the ground and you're searching for stuff, the game, it becomes fun. Of course, #fun, because it is an intense game. You're not sure if someone's going to come around the corner and shoot you or not. So there's that, and try, but it's so early. I don't know if I'm going to continue playing until they kind of make some changes or fix some of the bugs, because it does run. I mean, there's been times where I'm running and I'll end up next to a building that I was nowhere near. And of course it's preview. We all understood that buying it, but man, it's rough.
It like teleported you. Like
yeah, it teleported me across the 15 feet. It's okay. Look, it was $30. I like getting in on the ground floor. Eventually, this is probably going to be a $60 game once it's fixed. So I'm glad I'm here. But I did pop in Fortnite Battle Royale, and I gotta say, man, and now I know what CBL is always talking about. I had a lot of fun playing that game. Very polished, also, considering it's a beta.
Yeah, and like people say when they get into PUBG that they're afraid that they're gonna get shot. Like the map in that game is massive. Like that is one thing. If you like if size matters to you, that's one thing that game has. Like the map is like 3 Fortnite maps or more. Like the map in that game is
size
massive.
matters.
Hashtag size does matter. But the map is so big in that game. Like you can go so long without seeing anyone because of like how spread out everyone could be. And considering the map on Fortnite is so much smaller, you're getting into counters at a much quicker rate. The games are so much faster. Like if you're doing well, like I came into the top 10 a few times in PUBG. Like if you're doing well and you're having a long game in PUBG, like that can go on for 30 minutes plus. Where like even the longest game of Fortnite will probably be like 20 minutes because the areas shrink a lot faster in that game too. So you're getting forced to move quicker on a much smaller map already.
I think that's a big problem is
I was muted by accident.
Were you vaping?
No.
Is that what you were doing?
No, I wasn't. I just wanted to hear because Supersonic had something to say real quick.
I said that's a big problem is that PUBG is going to be facing is that Fortnite is free. and this game isn't.
That's absolutely not a problem.
No.
Yeah, I guess not for some people. But I've had this game for quite a while on PC, and I mean, it's just as messed up on PC than it is on console. And yeah, it's going to get better, but I think it's going to be in preview for a very, very long time, like Ark. So sure, it's going to improve. There is one thing I do have a problem with it, for sure, though, is they're selling physical copies of this game, like in stores and stuff. I know that helps Xbox marketing, but I don't think a preview game should be sold like on store shelves.
You don't get a disc; it's a download code that they get.
Yeah, it's just a code in there, and you get stickers.
Okay, I just saw boxes of PUBG like everywhere. So I don't know. It's kind of like you walk in a store and people are getting excited about it, and it kind of presents itself as a full game when you have. Like,
that's a good point. That's a very good point, actually.
It does say preview stuff, but like a lot of casuals don't read that stuff, and neither do parents.
And that's the casual's fault, though. If you think about it, like
no. See, I got to disagree.
You know what, Xbot? Let's hear your disagreement.
No, I gotta disagree with you on it's the casual's fault, because I gotta kind of, and this is gonna be a shock to everybody in chat. I gotta kind of agree with Sonic on this. If a game is in preview, it's cool to put it out there digitally and everything like that. But when I was gonna put in my impressions of PUBG. I remember back when Ark first went into game preview, or We Happy Few first went into game preview. These same issues that we're having with PUBG was happening with those games as well. There is no way they should be selling this in a store right now with a little game preview sign on the box in the upper left-hand corner or anything like that.
But they're saying it's in game preview.
It's not ready.
They're not saying, all right, so if someone is a consumer, they need to do the work and figure out what game preview means.
Oh, you know what, though? It's Christmas time. A lot of parents aren't going to pay attention to that, and neither are kids.
No, but you know what, though? Hold on. But just a second, because Mel has an absolute great point here. You say the 4 letters PUBG. People know exactly what you're talking about. Listen, they've sold over 25 million copies on PC already since March. Okay, that's confirmed. And I guarantee you by the time the 31st comes, they're going to have hit 2 million copies on Xbox. That's a freaking given. So I don't think that they shouldn't be selling it because, yes, it is in preview. It's also not a full-price game.
Not for anything, but if we're going to talk about Sony and kind of like their advertising tactics when it comes to games and stuff, showing that, they with the marketing deals and kind of alluding that, maybe the game is just on Sony's platform or whatever, I'm going to call out selling a game preview in a store. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, no, that is not cool. To me, in my opinion, that's not
shady.
Cool. Yeah, especially... And I don't know how the developers can actually agree to this because, you're putting that product out there. It is really rough. It's in the first stages of game preview. You are giving yourself a bad name right now for the people who
game preview. If you are buying a game, you need to look into it just like any other game. All right, you as a parent, Xbot, are you gonna go look at a game and say, "Hey, I'm gonna pick this up for my 10-year-old"? Or are you gonna look into it a little bit more? You're gonna find out what it's about.
I literally have the box in my hand, and if I was a parent buying this box, buying this game for my kid, let's say, for instance, you're a knucklehead parent, you know nothing about gaming. Well, let me buy this for little Johnny. It's clearly in bright yellow stripe in black letters, big enough for anyone to see. Game Preview Edition. So if you're a consumer and you're supposed to be an educated consumer. And not everyone is, because most people are, they just go out there and just throw their money where at the hottest thing. You can simply just ask, well, what does game preview mean? Oh, well, and whoever you're buying it from will tell you either they don't know or yeah, it's in a preview form. It's not the end product.
No one's
and again, if this was you listen. The bottom line is that Microsoft needs something to sell systems. And this is going to sell systems.
That's exactly why they're doing it. That's exactly why they're doing it.
Of course, that's why they're doing it.
No other game preview has been sold in that manner in a video game store or Target or Walmart or whatever. It's PUBG. It's because they're really trying to push it out there as being on Xbox first and everything like that, and they're trying to gain hype. They're trying to really gain a lot more momentum and stuff like that. That's the only reason why it's there.
All right.
And
Well,
plus-
there's one more
plus-
thing. Oh, go ahead.
Plus, there's a lot of new Xbox owners coming in, and a lot of them don't even know what game preview is. They have no idea what it even is. So.
And Xbox has been doing marketing for this in stores. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there's PUBG stuff everywhere in my GameStop.
I haven't been to mine yet to see what it's like, but it probably is the same. But I was gonna say, like, the good thing about Xbox getting the whole console exclusive while it's in preview, considering the state it's in, they're gonna have it for a while. PlayStation ain't getting it anytime soon.
Good point.
I feel like that's a low blow. Okay, that's a low blow.
I have one question to ask all of you that played the game. We all knew it was in game preview, so we all knew it was gonna have issues and it wasn't gonna be the best. But were you disappointed when you saw how bad, like?
Hold on. We didn't get all our impressions in on this, man. You got to keep that question for like after everybody.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought everyone said my mistake.
Well, we all jumped in and said something, so I know where it can get jumbled at times.
Well, that'd be the end game question, or one of the end game questions.
You got it. Don't forget
this is one of the two like topics I was most hyped for. So I would really like to give kind of like my fleshed out idea of the game.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say, man.
Do it.
Oh, it's my turn?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Were we hearing Supersonic's opinion?
You were, and I had a lot of important stuff to say, but I'm not sharing it. I'm just kidding. I did a whole video about it. I think this game is way overhyped. I said that before it was even announced for Xbox. It just has a lot of issues, and yeah, it'll get better, but I don't expect it anytime soon. We've been waiting on PC forever, so it's gonna take a long time on Xbox. So, hey, Xbox will definitely have this exclusive for a long time.
That, you know what? See, the thing is, PC didn't have Xbox backing them. Okay? So right now, who did you see?
I don't think that matters. I think the only thing Xbox is going to do is find out a way to put loot boxes in it or something like that.
I can't wait. I'm just saying. We decided we're renaming loot boxes Goodwill bags. Okay? We're naming them Goodwill bags because you get one freaking item in them. And it's all dirty and jumbled and shit.
It's like a shirt that the Salvation Army rejected from putting in their store for people.
So
I don't mean to compare this to Fortnite and stuff, but I don't understand like how Fortnite can run so smooth and good, and this game just runs like
indie developer compared to a established development team is what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking Epic Games as opposed to a company that's kind of just a startup. It's a night and day difference.
Well, I think that dude has enough money to hire a team.
Yeah, but all that takes time. The game only became access. Like, I'm sure they weren't ready and stuff like that for it to become such a big hit as like such.
Yeah, I agree with you, CBO. That's a good point because I don't think anyone saw this coming.
All right.
And like 1 week they announced 20 million, then the next week they may say, "Hey, the game sold 25 million." Like it's just crazy how fast it sold.
All right, Xbot, let's hear your opinion because I know you're over there jumping. Okay.
Yes.
You know, Xbot's been gone from the show for a couple of weeks, so he's like, I just want to tell everybody my opinions. So
yeah, this show Crossfire, even a couple weeks from next podcast as well. So I'm overflowing with opinions here. When it comes to PUBG, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, there's a lot of people on social media that are talking about no frame rate drops. Oh, it looks gorgeous. It runs beautifully. Guys, come on now. Like, you would be the only one in the entire community that it's running that way. There are a lot of issues with this. But guess what? They're supposed to be. This is like the very earliest stages of game preview. If you have ever bought a game preview game day one when it came out, whether it was We Happy Few, whether it was Ark, anything like that, the game was almost unplayable. So with that being said, they're actually doing a really good job with PUBG because it is playable. All right, it's playable. The frame rates are it's really bad when it comes to the frame rates. The very first day, it was hard to aim for me. because like the frame rates were so choppy when kind of like the shit hit the fan. But other than that, like it's not a beautiful game, but it's not meant to be. All right, there are aspects to this game when you look at battle royale type games or modes. Being able to drive different vehicles is a definite plus in PUBG compared to like Fortnite. Fortnite has where you can build your forts and stuff like that. So Fortnite has something that PUBG doesn't offer as well. But the size of the map, the amount of people running around, there is potential here. There's potential. I have fun when I play with O-Snaps, and we're playing with Blades, Timidos as well. There is a fun factor here. There is something that will catch you. I like going in alone. I like finding that perfect drop where nobody's around me, and I scavenge like. I'm gonna put out my little secret here if people don't do this that have the game, but I find like the little buildings separated from the cities because a lot of people gravitate towards the cities at first. And I will scavenge in those areas and get my weapons and stuff, and then gradually move towards kind of like more populated areas. And there's something there. There's something cool. There's something fun. There's no story to it, which I'm kind of concerned if this tends to be the trend when it comes to video games and popularity. I like having a story, a backdrop to what's going on. But I like it. I like it. All the issues that are going on, we need to talk about them with an even keel here. All right. We can't say the game is running beautifully and stuff like that, because then the developers don't know what the issues are. Or they might take something that is a major issue, but because people are kind of downplaying it, put it into the minor.
It may
category.
Not become a priority for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's,
and it might not get fixed. And we want to see this run at the best possible performance that it can. All right. I know a lot of people are talking about.
Blade says Xbox, the game has no issues, 120 frames per second.
No, I gotta say, shout out to Blades, Brian Baker, in the chat, because he said something. He was like, because everybody was talking about 60 frames per second on the X, right? Me and Blades have been playing it on the X, and he's like, screw 60 frames per second. They got to get this game to run at 30 frames per second first.
Yeah.
And they do, and it's really early though, so it's like we can talk about this game and its issues, because every game that has gone into game preview, especially its earliest stages, have had a bunch of issues. But guys, don't put on the fanboy glasses and say, "Oh, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this game," because then you're hurting the development of this game when you do that. And if you're just doing that because it's only on Xbox now and stuff like that, you are hurting it. You are hurting the development of this game for the entire community is what you're doing. And I can't let that happen. I will talk about this all the way through. As they put in patches, you will see how the game improves. But there is a bunch of pop-in. In terms of what Dean said, CBL said about the lobby, I mean, I can give two shits about the lobby. The lobby can be just a plain, like, box.
I love the lobby. I love vag punching people. That's my favorite part. Every time
I don't care so much about the lobby. It's the flying, dropping part. Like, the frame rate is shit when you're dropping down. Like, it's just a big turn off.
See, the frame rate for me is when you're on the ground. When you're on the ground and you get into altercations, you start, like, there's a group of people over there and you start shooting and stuff starts blowing up. That's when the frame rates become an issue for me, and that will actually affect your game. In terms of dropping,
say, John B in the chat says Pony's loving how bad it's doing. It's really not doing bad. That's the thing, though. Yes, it's in game preview.
That's a great point, because it's selling like hotcakes.
It's selling like hotcakes. Thousands of people are playing it.
But not only that, in performance, it's not doing bad, guys. When you, like I said, go back and look at how We Happy Few.
I was a day one buyer for that, and that game ran absolutely horrendous.
It was basically unplayable. All right,
yeah, I want to add something real quick. Elite Dangerous played like horrible crap, and now it's like the best VR game that you can buy. So games can really progress from this preview.
Yeah, they do progress, but they progress when the community actually gives the issues, will give the honest feedback. If you're praising this game just because it's only on Xbox right now, you need to take a sewing needle with some thread, get a zipper, and just attach it to your lips and just shut it. Just shut your mouth right now, because you're not helping anybody. All right? And I want to see the development of this game. I want to see this development team and what they can actually do when they actually officially release this game and the progress that's going on. That's why you should invest in game preview games. You don't do it just because, like,
well, if you care about the game, and obviously if you're going to spend the money and then invest a tremendous amount of time to it, you should fill out the box that you're experiencing problems. You should tell the developer, even if you play 12 matches and in those 12 matches you found bugs, you should be writing to them, because they look at all of this. And every time you put something in there, it might be a bug that they did not see.
Yeah, exactly, man. And that's what I got to say. Like, I can see the potential in this. I'm not sure about the longevity of the game, to be really honest with you. I see a lot of people buying it up front. Then I see a lot of people who will eventually, if they don't come and iron out some of these issues, I see a lot of people putting it down for a while and possibly not picking it up in at least the near future. Because if you look at 2018, if you're an Xbox only gamer, if that's the only console you have, 2018 is going to be a huge year with a lot of big games coming out and stuff like that. And if people get like that sour taste in their mouth with what's going on right now with the game, it's going to be kind of hard for them to pick it back up at a later date. You know what I'm saying? Especially going early 2018, like, throughout that year.
I don't know. Look how long Dean's been playing Fortnite.
Well, Dean is the exception. Let's be honest, man.
Honestly, by this time next year, this is going to be a whole other subject. It's going to be like, okay, it's the greatest game I ever played. Really, you just got to give them time.
So, you guys,
I don't know about greatest.
I have a question, because right now I'm on PUBGforum.com, and I don't know if this is like a legitimate PUBG spot, but it seems like it might be. But maybe, you know, is there somewhere we can go to, let's say, not necessarily complain, because that's not the word that I'm looking for, but more, is there somewhere we can go to say, hey, listen, this is broken, you know, and kind of report any issues we see. Like, I have PUBG Forum. I just posted the link. I'm going to look more into that. But we need to be able to have a place to go to say, hey, you know what? This is wrong. Or, you know, this is happening. Is there any specific place on the Xbox where we can do that as far as the game goes? Or do we have to go to the developer?
Possibly the Insiders Hub. I think there's a spot there where you can specify what game and say what issues are going on, and they can get a hold of the developers. Other than that, I mean, get a hold of Bluehole on Twitter as well. Anytime you hashtag like PUBG or anything like that, you know they have, like, because they're working with Microsoft here, you know they have like a dedicated team that's looking through social media and stuff like that.
Even tweeting them, they were responding to people, letting them know, you know, what patches we're going through on night one and things like that. So, I mean, obviously, tweeting them is one way to go about it.
Texan Wolverine said Reddit as well.
PUBG Xbox. Reddit. All right, nice. I didn't even know that. I'm not really familiar with Reddit. I use it once in a while, but it gets on my nerves, so I'm just like, I'm out of here. But you guys, you can go to the Reddit. It's r/PUBG Xbox. And
Don is insane.
We got to make sure that we're letting people, you know, letting them know that, hey, there's a problem with this, because granted, you know, Brian Baker's like, don't worry about it, Mel. They know, ... They know. They might know what's going on, but at the same time, we have to make sure we're being heard, because if people are not letting them know that there's issues, it's just going to stay the same. There's nothing's going to happen. And I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
I mean, no, that's pretty much it. The Don said, Xbox said Bluehole in the chat. And yo, shout out to Face23. I think that stands for Brooklyn, New York as well. He's like, even though you guys are Xbox fans, I appreciate your honesty about PUBG, and I respect that. And thank you, man. At the end, we're all gamers. Like, we might have a preference, but we say it like it is. That's how it should be.
Not only that, we're multi-console owners for the most part.
Yeah.
I think everybody.
Every one of us are.
So we kind of have that unbiased opinion in a sense, you know. I mean, obviously there's things I'm going to hate more than others and things I'm going to like more than others, but we kind of give things more of a fair chance, at least nowadays. I can't speak for before, honestly.
Yeah, well, I still have a preference. I like Xbox Live more than you know, PSN and stuff like that. My preference is still Xbox. The community has been incredible to me when it comes to Xbox, and yeah, but in the end, we play multiple consoles, and we say it like it is. It's about common sense. I started my YouTube channel to bring common sense back into like video gaming news, because there was like this huge kind of like people were lying all the time about like Xbox and overplaying kind of like certain things like resolution gate, like it was such a big difference and stuff like that, and that's what kind of drew me into YouTube, to kind of put the truth out there, put actual facts out there. So that's why I do this.
Indeed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube?
What's up?
Who's that?
I just heard Crap Gamer or something.
No, that was
Special
a crap.
guest.
That's Boogie.
No.
Boogie, my friend, buddy.
Special guest Boogie.
Supersonic, you gave your thoughts on this?
About Boogie?
No,
He's my best pal.
about
Yeah, he is your best pal.
you gave your thoughts on PUBG.
No, I don't know. Just don't get overhyped on this game, and don't hype this game up too much. Just know what you're getting into. Know that it's preview, and it'll improve. It might take a while, but I don't know. That's about it.
Okay, and then Boomstick, did you give your thoughts on PUBG? Yes, right? I'm trying to keep up with you guys, and I can't keep up. All right, it's my turn. Yay!
Okay. Fun.
This is a moment I've been waiting for. PUBG is the best game ever. You guys need to go out and buy it right now. It runs perfectly, and it's amazing. That is all. Okay. No, seriously.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe me either. I'm going to put it this way.
I don't believe me either.
Yeah, no, you can't trust me. I don't trust me. All right. So, guys, PUBG. I have a lot of fun playing this game. I'm obsessed with it right now. More so than I was with Call of Duty when it came out. Okay, a lot more. And if I was to take the Fortnite Battle Royale and PUBG, I would definitely take PUBG over it, and it's not because, you know, Fortnite's smooth or anything. I don't know if it's the cartoony aspect of Fortnite that kind of turns me off. But I didn't think I know I was hyped for Fortnite. I mean, for PUBG, but I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. Now, the game gives me like this massive anxiety, like it's really intense kind of feeling, and I really enjoy that. I don't get that when I play the Fortnite Battle Royale. I don't even think I make it like alive that long. But that's one thing that I really enjoy about games, is that intense feeling. And like
on my Xbox, there's a stream on, and so someone's flying their motorcycle around on PUBG in the air like an airplane. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't do it. It's not my bad driving. But yeah, when we were playing like yesterday, there was a point where I was in a tower and I was just hiding because I didn't know what to do. Blades got killed. Xbox got killed.
That was crazy.
And
I gotta give you a lot of props for that.
Was thumping, and I was like, I don't know what to do, but like I didn't want to go too soon and get caught, you know. But like it brings you into the game, and like I like to play, and it's not like, oh, I'm running and gunning like Call of Duty. No, it's different. You know, I'm gonna use the word that Texas Wolverine put in the chat, immersion. Like you are there. You know, it's a little bit more intense than, let's say, other games, and I love it. I love the feeling that I get when I play, and just like seeing other people, and I'm on the ground and I'm crawling around, you know, I'm like, get down, and we work as a team sometimes. Boomstick, yes, you are the only one who can't hear people. Boom is in the chat. He's having issues. He did fall out of to hang out for a moment. But the game, it really gives you this feeling. Now, before the servers opened at midnight on the 12th, we had quite a few hours of gameplay just having fun. But once they opened the servers, all hell broke loose. It was crazy. Like, me and Xbot and a bunch of other people were playing before the game came out on Xbox. And it ran much better before they opened the floodgates, honestly. And I'm pretty sure you can attest that, Xbot. I don't think...
Yeah, it was a lot smoother before they opened, and then everybody was able to play, and the servers just like, they're like, screw you, I am out of here.
I have a question. Do you think with PUBG and other preview program games, do you think people should be charged for it, or think if they're testing the game and stuff, don't you think they should want everyone to test it and stress test it? And I mean,
dude, if you let everybody into PUBG like for free, say, you wouldn't be able to play the game now for like maybe a month. You wouldn't be able to play it. Like there'd be no way that they would be able to keep up with like the servers and everything like that. So
well, that and people purchasing it helps future fixes of it too. You know, you're getting it for $30 as opposed to, let's say, a full finished $60 title.
Fortnite did it. They're a big company, but
Fortnite
the
game
PUBG
was
dude, he's made
$30.
millions.
What are you saying?
What?
The Battle Royale part is free. Is what he's saying.
Use my
Oh snap! Yo, Fastback 24/7 said you booted Boom for not playing Call of Duty with you.
I did not. That's not true. But yeah, this person is in the chat promoting some bad stuff here. It's Open CSGO.
Is he a friend of Dad's?
I don't know.
Porn links?
No porn links.
I think Snaps has a little kid smoothitis though. Just maybe a little bit.
I'm not done telling you my opinions here, first of all, but let me hear my kid smoothitis.
Kid Smooth, he has a tendency to only like games that he's good at. And let's be honest here, Snaps, whenever we're teamed up, she is always the last person standing.
Except for that one time yesterday.
I think I think that might be a little part of why she likes this game so much. I'm just saying,
because I'm good
she has
at
a tendency when the team goes left, she'll kind of veer right and take off.
You know what? We're not going to get into this huge conversation about this, but if you guys watched them on my stream yesterday, you'll see that is not entirely true. But go ahead, Bot. Let's hear you complain.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know Kid Smooth is known for liking games that he's good at, as opposed to games that he struggles with more. And I think it might be a little bit of that with maybe a little bit, just a little.
Okay, maybe.
Little.
But I'm sorry, if I'm good at PUBG where there's 100 people playing and I get our team to third place, I think you should be happy about that.
She's gonna kick my ass after the show.
Don't
by the
worry,
way.
I will.
Saying.
But back to the the main thought here, which is my thoughts on PUBG. It's a lot of fun. I'm very upset about how often the game's been closing out for me. As Skull Stomper, I can't game gift you because I already have someone in queue who's looking for a gift for the game. And I don't know if I have the money right now. But we will definitely game gift you if we have the opportunity in the future. But make sure you're in my contest for the $50 Gleam. You guys can buy your own game because you'll have $20 left to spend if you are the winner of that. That's Christmas Eve. But the game closing out is an issue because I have not experienced that in a while, since I got rid of the S, and I have Xbox old, his fat Xbox.
That's because I treated my Xbox with care.
Can you say that again?
I treated my Xbox with care.
The lesbian gamer over here. I was just making fun of you.
Low blow right
sorry.
there.
But no, the thing is, like, I have not experienced this issue with a game in a while where it's closing out, so that really pisses me off, especially when I'm trying to mixer stream. It's really infuriating. Like last night, it was really intense. It was our last match, and of course the game closed out, and it really hurt me. But The game looks rough sometimes, and you guys have to remember that there's 100 people on a server. So yeah, if there's lag, it's gonna happen because if somebody has some shitty Wi-Fi, you're gonna have problems. All right, but you have people from well over 100 people per match, and you have to be matched up with someone who wants to play squads when you're only 3 of you. All those things, there's a lot to it. So I don't think people, need to be so hard on the game, but definitely, like I was saying before, do not give the game a free pass. Make sure you are being heard. Otherwise, the game is not going to go anywhere. No, John B, you don't have to rebuy the game when it's offered preview. You own it. So if you pay $30 and it goes up to $60 when it's complete, you still have it for $30. Sorry, guys, go ahead.
I do have one issue here. All right. When they first started the game preview program, they did state that, these games would be at a discount when they first came out. And if you notice, the games that have the most hype to them, except for Ark, because that was kind of like one of the first bigger titles that went into game preview. If you noticed, they're not selling them at a discount when they first come out on game preview anymore. Like $30, they have no plans on making the game raising the price of the game on its official release. So now you're getting game preview, but you're not getting that discount part. That was one of the factors where I was
raised the price of Ark.
Yeah, but that was the only one. But I'm saying now, moving on, there was so much hype for PUBG and stuff like that that now they're like, you know what? We're getting our money for this. We're not going to sell it at like $20, $25. No, it's full price now. I have an issue with that because they said that these games would be at a discount when they first started the game preview program, and because of the hype and everything.
I paid $5 for my PUBG.
How?
5?
I paid $5. Yeah, because I had $25 in
no. Whatever you're doing,
I paid $0 for PUBG because Andy.
It's not what Xbox is doing for you. All right. And
no,
when they
I know.
The game preview, they said that they were offering these games at a discount. All right, which was something that would get people to come in and buy them and try them, more. And because this game already had so much hype to it and everything like that, they didn't give it a discount.
What makes you think this isn't a discount? What makes you think that once the game is done in preview,
the developers already came out and said they have no plans on raising the price of this game, even upon
they have no plans, but plans can change.
Right.
Xbox.
Yes, absolutely. If this game. Listen, let's just say this. If by some chance, 6 months from now, this game is as polished as say Call of Duty, you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to charge $60 for this game.
As Call of Duty. So let's use a different example maybe. But I can totally see what you're saying. And I'm sorry, but I have to disagree. Because they did it with
Ark. When 2 years,
this
2 years when
looks
it's officially
exactly
released.
like Ark without the dinosaurs. Okay.
Even Ark with the dinosaurs.
So you're saying less features than Ark, then, is what you're saying?
Do they offer a trial with this game? Because they always said game preview games will let you play them for like 30 minutes or an hour.
Probably not. Too much hype. You got to buy it.
Xbox they are doing a lot of refunds though, so if you play it for a little bit and you don't like it, then just get a hold of Microsoft. So I've heard that Microsoft is refunding a lot.
All right, so if you don't like it and you need a refund, then you're not playing it right. You're not playing it with Mel. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
One thing I do want to say is I do hope this game does succeed because I like seeing PC games come to consoles that wasn't before possible. So I hope it does succeed. It'll be a long time, but I hope it does.
Can I just straighten something out here?
Yes.
All right. I'm not saying I have a problem with the price of the game. I'm saying I have a problem with a company promising something in terms of what they're doing with a service and then not living up to it because there's so much demand for that game that they know they could get the full price from everybody right off the bat. That's the problem I'm having. So guess what? 2 years from now, when this game is officially released, because I see it as it's that far away from an official release. 2 years from now, when it's the same price, I will be coming back to Coffee Casuals Consoles, episode number 2553, saying, I told you so.
Listen, Xbox, calm your tits. Okay.
When Xbox gets mad, now we can hear his lisp. I love that. That's awesome. Get mad. Get mad.
Low blow again. Another low blow. I'm going to be the happy gamer until the middle of February, and then I'm just going to let all the negativity just flow afterwards.
He's just going to be like, you all, and he's going to go live on a stream and just be like, haha, and yell at us all.
I made a list from 2 months, and I'm going in now.
List be bought 448. Sorry. All right, guys. I think this has been a really good chat, and I'm sure, over the coming weeks, we will have more to talk about as far as PUBG goes, but I would like to move on now.
Neo, shut up, Neo.
I told you. You guys, you know what? Xbot's gonna be fixing the overlay for me so we can have the chat, because I think that people who are listening live really need to be able to see this conversation in the chat here. This is freaking amazing. You guys are killing me. That is amazing. But yeah, we will have the chat on screen at some point, you guys. I promise, because you guys deserve that. But yeah, moving on. All right, we're gonna talk about my favorite game of all time, Destiny 2. Destiny 2.
You know
what?
She does, like, she'll watch me play, and you can see her eyes get wide, like, with everything going on the screen. She's like, oh my goodness. She gets caught up in me playing the game. So I know there's something in there that wants to play that game.
No. You do understand that I want to play the game. It's just I don't want to do the work where I have to level up. I just want to go in and be able to play a raid and all that good stuff. All right.
No, but you can't just do that.
I know. So, Xbot, you were talking about how they were locking the original game content behind DLC. Can you elaborate a little bit on this and let us, know what this is about? Because I don't know.
All right, here we go, guys. When the expansion came out, the Curse of the Osiris came out, a lot of people were hyped up about it. It was adding content. It was adding a new raid layer to the game, a new area with Mercury, a new public event, a lot of new content and stuff. And one thing that people didn't realize is with that expansion, with raising the power level, when you get the expansion, you can now go to power level 330 on your character. With raising the power level, Bungie decided that when it came to a couple modes within the game, that they were going to raise the power level for you to play it as well. So for people who know about Destiny, there are things called strikes, right? Strikes, you can do them in a normal mode, or you could do them in a prestige mode. Prestige being kind of like that really kind of like badge of honor. It's the hardest level that you can do it with your friends. You could go in, beat the enemies, beat the boss, and you really kind of hold your head high. Like I did the strike in a prestige mode or whatnot. Now, the prestige modes across the board, when it comes to the raid, when it came to the strikes, were brought up to that power level of 330. So for anybody who bought the game who is gonna buy the game without the expansions, they are locked out of that hardest level, that hardest difficulty mode for the game. And like I said, these are badges of honor. These are kind of like the elite of the elite. Not only that, there is another mode called Trials of the Nine, which is that premier PvP experience. It is incredibly tough. You have to win, like you could win up to like 7 rounds. You have 7 rounds in a row. You get this special limited edition gear that you can kind of show off to other people in the tower and stuff like that. But with this expansion, that power level was also raised to 330, so people couldn't even get into the Trials of the Nine, which happens every weekend, Friday through Sunday, I believe. With all that said and done, there was this huge outcry from the Destiny 2 community, and Bungie is fixing this. They are fixing this. They're bringing kind of like the raid, the prestige raid is coming back down to 300. They talked about putting in another difficulty for people who buy the expansion that will go up in power level and stuff like that. But I got to ask you guys, like with all this controversy around Destiny 2, Destiny 1 people saying that they don't like the game, that it's boring and stuff like that. I mean, there's still people playing it, but, you know, active player base has dropped off, you know, quite a bit from the launch of the game and stuff. Yo, I just want to know if you guys, like, can Bungie afford, like, all this, like, negative news and stuff, even though they're fixing it and they're doing things that are cool, in my opinion, with adding that another difficulty for people who do buy the expansions where they can go in and, you know, it'll still be a challenge to them. Like, I don't know, like, how long Bungie can do this and have to backtrack and fix. They should, in my opinion, they should kind of be ahead of the curve.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. And if you don't mind, I want to kind of just jump in on that, because the measuring stick that I use is my brother, and he is the biggest Destiny fan this side of Texas. There's no one bigger. He put thousands, not hundreds, thousands of hours into Destiny 1 on both the PS4 and on the Xbox. And there is nobody that I know that is a bigger Destiny fan, and he has completely walked away from the game. Absolutely cold turkey, giving Bungie the big finger. And you know what? What's going to happen with Destiny and what's going to happen with Activision and Bungie is they're going to lose those fans, those diehard fans that kept coming back for more and had put the thousands of hours into their game are not going to forgive them for this. What is shocking to me is how many chances do we as gamers have to keep giving Bungie and Activision before they get it? They're never going to understand that they're doing wrong. Yeah, sure, their PR people are running out there and they're jumping ahead of this and saying, "No, don't worry, folks, we're going to fix this and we'll give you some, some light and some this, and we'll give you an extra weapon and a scarf, or maybe a new something to ride on, whatever." You know what? The only way these companies learn that they are effing up with the community is for the community to say, you know what, we're not buying expansions, we're not buying any more DLC, we're not buying loot boxes, we're not going to buy your game. And once the masses start leaving their game, they're going to be like, you know what, we have to be a little bit more precise with this, because you know what, they knew this was in the game. This isn't a mistake. Let me tell you something. If anyone that tries to defend Bungie or Activision and say that this was some sort of a mistake, you know what?
I will.
No, do it with you. Then you have on. What you have on, dude, is the Destiny blinders.
No.
You're making excuses for them.
I'm not saying what they did was right. What I'm saying here, all right, and before everybody else kind of like chimes in on this, I just want to put this out. I kind of feel bad for Bungie. I feel bad for Bungie. I
don't know how you could, dude.
Hold on.
That's blind loyalty.
I'm going to explain it to you. You might be able to understand.
Please, go right ahead.
All right. Ever since Halo 2, right? Ever since Halo 2, anything Bungie has done has been met with scrutiny incredibly, absolutely incredibly. Now, I've been with them through Halos 1 through 3. Halo Reach, all the way through their Halo life, right? I didn't get in on the Destiny part, Destiny 1. But I do know when Bungie went and made a new IP, they brought a huge piece of the Halo community over as kind of like the foundation of that community. And if anybody knows the Halo community, I love playing Halo. I love playing against people and stuff like that. But the Halo community is rated as one of the most toxic communities in gaming. They are never happy. Yep. It's never good enough. It's never good enough. It's always should be this or it should be that. And until years later, look at Halo Reach. Halo Reach was a masterpiece of a game. It sold well, but in terms of complaints and everything like that, it didn't get like its respect until years later. And that's the way that community rolls. Now, when it comes to Destiny 2 and what they did, all right, Destiny 1, one of the biggest complaints was when they did raise the power level or the light level back then, and people bought into the expansions, the raids and stuff that they were doing before time all of a sudden held very little weight. All right, that was a big issue. A lot of things that people were complaining with Destiny 1. And so what they thought about with fixing that is that they would raise that power level in Destiny 2 when the expansions came out. It's a double-edged sword. They are not going to
just made a new difficulty straight off. They didn't have to change it and lock it out to begin with. They could have just had Prestige Plus or something.
And that's where I would agree with you, CBO. That's what they should have done. I don't know exactly, you know, the extent of. I wasn't there in the meetings when they were talking about how are they going to fix this from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. But moving forward, the raid will have an extra difficulty level. Now, the thing is, in the Nightfall, the Prestige Nightfall, is still under that higher power level. So, you know, people who buy into the vanilla Destiny 2, without the DLC, I believe how it goes is if the map is on Mercury, if the strike is on Mercury, then people who have the vanilla Destiny 2 won't be able to play the Prestige. That's what I think is going on. I'm not too sure on that, but somehow, some way, the Prestige Nightfall still has that 330 power level to it.
That's
so
the
people
problem.
aren't going to be able to
Whatever
play.
community Destiny 2 still had, Bungie just split it in half. Like
Destiny 2 has been dying for a while, and with this release, they didn't do enough. Like, when they released Destiny 2, people have been pissed off because they removed so many features that the end game version of Destiny 1 had. Like, they had the whole, what's the new gun thing
But
that
how
they have?
do you fix the issues that, like, so many? This is what I'm saying. The community is gonna complain no matter what. All right.
But they removed so much things that made Destiny replayable.
Do you remember what they were complaining about with Destiny 1? Because
Story,
a lot
mostly.
of stuff, that's all you heard.
Mostly.
There was a bunch of stuff in terms of that.
Look, the bottom line is very simple. The numbers tell the tale. They have sold a significant amount less of Destiny 2 than they did for Destiny 1. Okay? The new expansion, let me just say this. If the newest expansion with all the problems that they're having is any indication to what's coming forward, I would walk away from Destiny and never come back. And I'd be totally okay with that. And you know what? You're going to see it. I'm not the only one. My brother, who's a diehard fan, is not the only one. You're a diehard fan, dude. That's fantastic. You know, you like the game. You know, it reminds you. It gives you that. You know, that Halo feeling. That's awesome.
Actually, no. It doesn't give me that Halo feeling. It's something completely different to Halo to me. I won't compare Halo and Destiny. I don't know why.
One way or another, it's your game, and that's totally okay. But I'm telling you this right now. It's highly, if this kind of stuff continues with Bungie and Activision, you're going to be hard pressed to see a 3, okay? Because if you remember, you know, their whole big shindig was supposed to be a 10-year plan, right? And they reneged on that real quick.
Why did they renege on it?
You want to know why? It's called loot boxes. It's called how to squeeze every dime after the $60 sale. Yeah, it is. Dude, listen, you know what? You can be the Earth Defense Force for them all you want, and that's cool. I'm telling you, I am not the only one walking away from this game. The community has left them in the dust, and the more that comes out with them trying to milk the people out of different modes for extra. Because think about this. Could you imagine?
I don't agree with that at all.
No, I'm not saying that you agree with it. What I'm saying is that how does this look from a business point of view as a consumer, that if you buy the $60 version, you are not going to be entitled to all of the regular features? Okay, you don't have the DLC. I get it. You can't go to this location. I totally get that. But what you're telling me is that after I spend my $60, even if I put 2,000 hours into it and I level myself up as much as I can, you're going to say there's a mode I can't play? And then, you know, how many times do these stories pop up with Bungie and Activision? It has been unstoppable since the game released.
Can I just say that the level cap increase should be free? Like, everyone should be able to get leveled up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when they did this, they split the community. Like, I can't do any of the shit my friends are doing, and it's.
See, I thought that was one of the biggest problems with Destiny 1 as well. Is like people left behind, and it's left behind on the terms of the power level and stuff like that. I feel the same as CBL. I feel like they should raise the power level universally. All right, and then when what happens with that is like even though you might be playing the same raids or the same nightfalls that you have been playing, it's more of a challenge now because now your character is a lower power level than probably what's recommended, or it's closer to what's recommended, making it more of a challenge, making it more of replay value if you like what you're playing. And that's why I don't understand why they haven't done that, why they don't just raise that power level universally and let the DLC and the expansion, let the content speak for itself. You know what I'm saying?
It's pay to play with your friends.
Well, here's the thing. I just want to jump in for a second because my brother just put something in the chat I want to read, and this should spell it out for anyone that has any doubt. He says it was a money grab. They ported D1 and worked the code for D2. This is D1 with a skin, and now all they're doing is slowly restoring D1. And he's 100% correct with that. And that's coming from a dude that put 3,000 hours into Destiny 1.
Well, I can see that with like the Masterworks on the legendary weapons that just came out this Tuesday, where you know, you would get legendary drops called Masterworks, where you can roll the perk on the end of it.
You used to have that in general in Destiny 1. All guns used to have random stats.
Exactly, and that adds to your grind as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why people. That's what I was saying. That's why people in this game, they lost their drive to like continue playing and grinding because all the weapons were the same. They didn't have that randomization stuff. Even now with the new one, it's not meant to be nowhere still as good as what it's like in Destiny 1. You know, it's an improvement, it's something, but
it's really weird to me because with Destiny 1 there was a lot of complaints. So, yeah, people played it. There was a huge like active player base. There was you know, a lot of people bought the game, but there was a lot of complaints, right?
You wouldn't touch
Endgame Destiny though, I say, is amazing. Like they had Destiny 1 in such a great place. It was fun. There was so much content, like there was plenty of raids. If they continued to add things to Destiny 1 instead of starting over with Destiny 2 and then removing all the good shit that they brought into with Taken King and Rise of Iron, they removed all the cool features, all the things to get people to come back. Like every time they had an event and stuff, they used to add like these books to tick off and get rewards and stuff. They had lots of things for you to complete and do, like objectives. Like none of that is in Destiny 2.
Now, what were you saying, O Snaps?
You wouldn't touch Destiny 1, would you?
No. And the thing was, what happened was how Destiny was when Destiny 1 was when it first came out, right? Mm-hmm. And now, like, talking with the community and the people who have really played Destiny 1, a lot of them are in agreement that when Destiny 1 first came out, yeah, it wasn't great. But what happened was Bungie, over time, with each expansion, fix the problems that happened with the original Destiny 1. This is what I hear from that community, that hardcore community that I deal with.
The reason why Destiny 1 is even relevant in anyone's conversation is because of the Taken King.
Taken King.
Other than that's what I keep hearing. Every expansion that they had was garbage. I bought it and I played it and I walked away disappointed.
Vault of Glass was amazing though.
Yeah, I mean, look, there were some advantages, but it would not be even
Wasn't
in anyone's
Vault of Glass
conversation
amazing because people were farming it at one point in time until they actually patched it? Wasn't
that
it
was the cave glitch? Was it not the cave?
That was the first. The cave glitch was the first one, but there was something in the Vault of Glass where people were like, yeah, they were farming certain things over there, and Bungie had to patch it out at some point in time.
Well, the Vault of Glass was an amazing experience that I played. It's like it's a treat. It's probably like double the length of the Leviathan raid, and it's just crazy awesome. They had really good raids by the end of it. It was just like I highly recommend, man. That you like the Destiny gameplay. There's not that much difference. Like people are saying, it's just copy and paste. You should give Destiny 1 the final version another chance whenever you're done taking a break from Destiny 2 because your characters are already max level. It's a great game.
There are a lot of people still playing Destiny 1 because my brother popped in there the other day to do a few things, and the tower was packed with people. So, you know, I'm sure that there are a lot of people that are playing Destiny 1 that were playing 2 and like, you know what, I'll just go back to 1 because it's better.
It's crazy seeing like all the Destiny YouTubers that were huge on Destiny just turning their backs on it and being anti-Destiny channels now.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that the
Huge
Destiny
channels.
community is like slowly dying. They're all worried about what's going on because
See, I like what Neo Mental just said in the chat. He said Bungie had something completely new, a whole new genre. There was no real rules or guidelines. He's like, they had to figure it all out. But now he's like, for him not getting into Destiny 2, walking away from Destiny 2, now he's like, he has no idea what they are doing. And I'm just wondering when Bungie is going to get ahead of the curve. And I'm not sure if they can actually do that because at their foundation, the Destiny community was built off of old school Halo community people as well. And like I said, those are people coming over from one of the most toxic communities in gaming.
I am going to say this, though. I think personally that the Destiny community is now currently is as big or bigger than the Halo community ever was. Remember, you brought in the Halo people.
No.
Yeah, dude, you brought in the Halo people, but you brought in lots and lots of new gamers.
The Destiny
that
community,
love
the
Destiny
community in terms of numbers will never, ever, and I say this, I'm putting this, never compare to the Halo 2 and Halo 3 community. Never. That community right there was so freaking huge. There's no way. No way, man. No way.
Well, I mean, again, if they keep going down the path. Now, here's a question that I have that hasn't come up. This is a good question. Who's really to blame for this? Is this a Bungie thing, or are these the overlords at Activision?
Activision.
See, we don't know what was written in that contract. Or I do know for a fact that if they didn't produce Destiny 2 on time, they were going to lose the IP. I know that's for an absolute fact. So where are all of these problems coming from? Because we know, like when we talk about EA and Star Wars Battlefront 2, we know who caused that problem, right?
All right,
that's easy.
For Halo, like whenever Halo maps came out, the playlists were locked. So I don't know if that was Microsoft making them do it, or Bungie just like locking out playlists.
That's a fantastic question.
Before I go in, I think O Snaps was about ready to say something.
No,
I heard.
I'm listening.
No,
I'm listening.
What? Boom! You're asking whether it's Bungie or whether it's Activision.
Yeah, like
and
the
I got a
that
question for you then. I got a question for you then, though.
Sure.
Why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't it be a mix of both? Why can't it be because?
No, I'm not. I'm certainly not saying it should. We should. Yes.
Hold on. Why can't it be because of the strain of the contract and how it was written, and they knew that they were going to be losing the franchise, that they couldn't. I guess maybe they couldn't take enough of the time to address all of the issues that people said that they had with the original Destiny and fix it right, and they had to push it out there before they lost their IP. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a mix of the
I don't
two.
think any of us could certainly answer that because we're not on the board. We're not in the boardroom when these decisions are going on. But here's the thing: what you're saying is not my problem. What you're saying that's their problem. I purchased their product with a promise that they were going to deliver on, and they didn't deliver on it. So, am I supposed to give them a pat on the ass? Or give them a pass and say, hey guys, you know what? This strain was too much for you guys. It's okay. You know what? I'll take the L on this.
Hey,
no,
man, you're the one. You're the one who posed the question, man. I didn't pose it. You posed whether it was
absolutely,
one or the other.
Dude. I'm not saying that you're wrong at all. In fact, that by you piggybacking my question is a great point. I don't know who is to blame. Could it be both? Sure, but. Again, I'm not going to sit here. Listen, when Microsoft makes a mistake, am I not the first one on this panel to be like, you know what? F Microsoft, they did this, right?
True story.
Listen, yeah, right? I'm the first person to step up and be like, you know what? I'm going to do a video on this. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make it. I'm going to tweet at Phil. I'm going to tweet at Aaron. I'm going to tweet at Mike and say, listen, this is going on. I think you guys need to be a change. But I'm the first one to congratulate someone when they do the right thing. I'm a fan, okay? And I've always been a fan of Destiny since the first one. I may not have put 3,000 hours in, but I have 1,300 hours invested into Destiny 1, and I have at least 300. That may not be up to your status, and of course, because, that's your game, dude, and that's awesome. But I invested in the deluxe edition, right? I invested my time into it, and I hit a brick wall. No matter how much I played, I could not get my light any higher. And you know, I felt that there was a massive change in the playability of this game. And like I said, I'm certainly not the only one. So again, I'm not saying that that we should, you know, hang, you know, Activision or Bungie by their Buster Browns. I'm saying that there is a problem, and my question to the panel and to the people that are listening on YouTube right now is, when is enough enough? How many passes can we continue to give a company before we say, you know what, I'm not buying your product anymore? Because I got news for you. If next year Destiny 3 came out, I wouldn't buy it.
It'd be a new expansion like the Taken King that's more likely going to get announced next year. That's why they have this whole expansion.
They're going to have to do that. They're going to have to do another big expansion like that. I'm just saying that I don't make excuses for companies. I have questions for companies, and I have a question for Bungie and for Activision. Why do these problems continually pop up with Destiny? That's what I like to know.
Neo Mental says, give me back my original formula, damn it.
You know, if you like the original formula, Neo, we got a game for you. It's called Destiny 1. I think what's going to happen here is the same thing that happened with the original Destiny. You Boom said it. I can kind of loosely quote him. He said the Taken King. That was the turn in Destiny 1.
Yes, it's certainly, absolutely, 100%.
It looks like history is going to repeat itself. There is going to be that.
Yeah, but that's what happened, though. That's what people are annoyed for. People that were with Destiny 1, like myself, like Boom and his brother, Supersonic. I got Destiny 1 release day, and people were bashing it. You've seen all the reviews for Destiny 1. Everyone hated it, no story. But I enjoyed the gameplay. I seen great potential in it. And I like Bungie, I like Halo. So I was all like, yeah, I'm going to give them a chance. I'll stand with it. I got the expansion pass, then I got the Taken King, and this is all separate. I didn't get like the disc version that came bundled with all of them in one package. So people have been with the game for years, and then it's been getting better every year, and then they just downgrade with Destiny 2. Like, so much things were taken out from Destiny.
You know, I do. Being in the community and playing the game as much as I do, trust me, I play the game. I'll be in Nightfalls with people that will do nothing but complain about Destiny 2. Say they like the game. They'll take the 2 seconds to say they like the game, but they'll take the 38 minutes complaining about it like afterwards. And I'm not saying that the game is perfect. But,
that's what you did with PUBG this morning.
What?
You said, I like the game, and then you took 30 minutes to complain.
But see, there's a difference there. The PUBG is in game preview, and we need to talk about those issues, especially before the official release and stuff like that. But no, what I was saying is when they were complaining, like one of my boys, D Bizzle, he was complaining about the raid layer, that it was still in the Leviathan, right? Because he thought he was going to get the same kind of like backdrop and everything like that. And then all of a sudden you go into the raid layer and it's in the bottom of the ship where it eats the planet, right? And you're dealing with the Vex consciousness that is inside Nessus in the core of that planet. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, it is totally different than, you know, the first raid, the first part of that raid. And so like there is a big part of that community that will just talk negatively about things and kind of reminisce about Destiny 1. And I'm sorry, guys, but me being in that old school Halo community, this is completely mirroring when like Halo 2 came out. It's like, well, why do we need double wielding and stuff like that? And, oh, they're ruining the game with this and that. Like, it's mirroring that completely. I'm not saying that what Bungie
DLC, because all I've seen, like I'm gonna get it at some point. I was gonna wait for it to go on sale, but all I've seen was people hating on it. But from everything I've seen, like when I do play it, it is similar. Like the Dark Below and the other DLC that came out for Destiny 1, the smaller DLCs. This looks like it actually is packing a decent amount of content. The one thing I don't like is the weapons and stuff that's introduced, because it's just bringing back Destiny 1 weapons and stuff like that. That should be free. Anything that they carry over from Destiny 1 shouldn't be paid for. Like, new story, okay, but features.
Want to hear what I'm really pissed about? And me personally, as my world as a gamer right now, and me and my interaction with Destiny, I have no idea how they thought what they were going to do here in terms of the raid and the prestige raid and Nightfall and stuff, how there wasn't going to be a backlash. They went in and fixed it. But guess what? I have to pay for that now. I have no faction rally for a week when I was supposed to and stuff like that. So now their schedule is moving because of their decision on how they were moving forward with this. I have no idea how they thought there wouldn't be a huge backlash when it came to this stuff. I am not a fan of holding back original content that was in the game because of your expansion. Like having people to have to pay for the expansion for parts of the game that they bought when they bought the disc or when they bought the digital code. Like that makes no sense to me. That should not have happened. I am with CBL on the fact that they should raise the power level universally. Yeah. And they should have the expansion focus on the content, on the different areas, on the new weapons, the new exotics, new legendaries, stuff like that. There should be more than enough in that expansion to warrant the price, not the power level. The power level should have nothing to do with it. And until Bungie figures that out, they're going to get a huge backlash whenever these expansions come out, in my opinion, man.
Well, this has been an intense conversation of Destiny. And my brain.
No, but you know what? Everyone had fantastic points, Mel. Yeah. I mean, everyone really is passionate about it, and that's what makes this podcast important.
It's really hard to keep up with you guys when you go on your tangents, so I hope you understand that, Xbot. No disrespect, but
at least I said it with a lisp, though. You know what I'm saying?
I just hear like you talking, and then everything melts away, and I'm fucking off in the chat, and then I'm like, I have no idea what we're talking about anymore. But you guys do really make, you know, important points, and I understand, you know, but at the end of the day, if you guys say nothing about it and you let it sit, then they're not going to do anything about it. And because you guys do complain about it, look, they're doing something about it. But we do have to move on, you guys, because we're running out of time. And Xbot said it with a lisp, so that makes it okay.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna jump into one more thing before we head off for the day. Sea of Thieves, guys. Sea of Thieves. That controller. What do you guys think about it?
That controller's dope. You know what? I'm buying it.
More controllers.
Huh?
I said more controllers. Wonderful. That's all I
know.
I need.
How
you know
much
what though?
You're
that
excited for
controller
that.
does
This
look
is
really
the
nice.
I thought you were gonna say how much they fucked up with Sea of Thieves.
No.
Oh,
There's no one else disappointed with the Game Awards and what they showed. Like how, like it didn't even get a world premiere trailer. Like it was just like a normal advertisement. When me and Supersonic watched it, we were like, "Really? That's it?"
Sea of Sleeves.
Yo, here's the deal, guys. I've been wanting to say this for 2 weeks on the air. All right, for all those fanboys out there in the stables who said this game was gonna get canceled, it wasn't gonna come out. All I heard for months and months, when you watched the VGAs and you saw the announcement with the release date, did a tear drop from your eye? Did it hit the ground? Did it make a little pony right next to you? And did that pony kind of walk away looking at you in regret? I hope so.
I was too distracted by that guy that said, "Fuck the Oscars."
I can't remember if that was before or after, to be honest.
Well, as far as the Sea of Thieves controller goes, I do believe it is sold out. It was on the Microsoft store. I believe it's $74.99. And the shit glows in the dark. It's fucking gorgeous, and I want one. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I was like, nah, I can't afford it right now. I just got a new controller. But
you can still get them on Amazon if anyone's interested.
I'm definitely.
That's
gonna
pretty
look
awesome.
one
That
up
glows in the
future.
dark, though.
And Sea of Thieves.
Weird but cool.
What?
What?
Go ahead.
I said it's weird but cool that it glows in the dark. So that way, people that have trouble finding buttons in the dark, you know, you don't know your controller.
I love that.
Help
you know what? I have issues, okay? So I can't see in the dark very well, and I forget which buttons are what sometimes.
I use my DualShock PlayStation controller for a flashlight at night.
No, you don't.
I really
No, you could. You definitely could, yeah.
But
I can't see. I got my Sony ShipStation controller.
When
and
is
then I look around the room.
the game premiering? Or it comes out the 20th of March?
Yes, March 20th.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I can't promise anything because, you know, I'm hooked on PUBG right now.
Oh, you're going to play that game, El, for sure. Absolutely.
I definitely want the controller.
That has you written all over it.
Yeah.
I want her to have the controller too
it.
because possibly she'll hand down the gray and green one that she's using
Speaking
now.
of my gray and green controller, where is my controller, Xbot?
It's probably over by the couch where I was sitting watching.
You're right.
Sean Murray has it under the couch. He was hiding from the police earlier.
Not Sean Murray.
It's there. It's there. But
I
yeah.
can't wait for the next
Sean Murray is out there and he's quoting right now. He's saying, "Man, I am so glad I don't work for Bungie right now."
You're such an ass. But yeah, no, that controller is fire. And I know people like Supersonic Station, you know, he's sick and tired of seeing accessories. He wants games. We have games, so now we need accessories to go with those games. I would like
I gotta fill my vape.
a PUBG controller, you guys. That would really make me happy. I'm like on my Xbox right now while I'm trying to talk, and it's really hard for me to, you know, think.
On the back, it'll say sponsored by Salvation Army.
No, Goodwill, goddammit. It's Goodwill.
I want a Dollar Shave Club baby controller.
But yeah, I think that they're doing a very good job with Sea of Thieves, and I know a lot of people are excited for it. I thought that should have been a game preview title a while back at E3. Okay.
Definitely.
I think that's one of those games that's definitely going to need people to stress test it and things like that. And while we have, you know, the tech test or whatever, I feel like that's something that I wouldn't mind being in the game preview, because I would play. And, you know, I'm sure there's other people who wouldn't mind having, you know, that game in-game preview and paying, you know, $30 or whatever for it.
I gotta say shout out to Rain. in the chat. Xbox 448 and OSnap controllers would be awesome. Actually, if
make it happen, Rain.
Well, Xbox Pope, remember he made ours too.
I wanted to have that made as an Elite controller, but it was a little bit pricey. And I haven't done it yet. I was supposed to do that actually at tax time, but I do.
She's waiting. You're waiting for the Elite controllers to fix their bumpers, right?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about them, and I'm a little concerned about if I get a controller, especially the one he made because it was so nice, that I'm just gonna use and abuse it, and then I won't have it because I'm not absolutely like gentle with my stuff either, like, you know. So I think that I would have that, but I wouldn't ever use it. So I didn't want to get the Elite and ruin it per se. But yeah. You know, Pope makes some really awesome stuff. Actually, I saw the one that he made for UK Daz. It was really awesome. But guys, we do have to wrap up the show because it's...
how much is this Sea of Thieves controller?
It's $74.99, I believe.
Holy shit.
$81 and change after tax.
That's not that bad, though. If you go on the frick is the thing where you can create your controllers, goddammit. I can't think.
Custom Design Labs, we had it shut down our throat.
If you go on Design Lab, it'll cost you more.
$100. Yeah, $100.
And this looks better.
Snaps, you just made me realize something. Remember how we kept talking about the price of the controllers for Design Lab? Yeah. And we kept saying how high they are, What if they did that on purpose? They knew people were going to buy into it. So now when they come out with these controllers,
you'd be like, oh,
and they're like $75. It's like, oh, it's not so bad. Look at that. It's not $94.
I remember when controllers were $50.
Yeah, I know, right?
The good old days. But I do recommend that if anybody is going to get a controller, wait until they're half off. The Sea of Thieves controller is really nice. I'm not paying full price for it. If somebody wants to buy it for me, I will gratefully accept it. But right now, you know, that is a lot. And like, I just got my dream controller, the green and gray one, for $35 on Black Friday. All right. Nice. So to me, that was an amazing deal. And I waited months and months and months and months. Right?
How'd you get it that cheap?
Black Friday. Hello.
From Custom Design Labs?
No, the green and gray one. It's like a Xbox controller.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we talked about it on a show like months ago. but I waited, and I patiently waited while I duct tape my Agent Lock controller, because I love my Agent Lock controller. And I duct taped that, and, you know, I just kept on trucking with it. And now I got my controller for $35. So, I mean...
Did you stepped on my Elite controller.
Shut the fuck up. I did not.
Did you duct tape a star on your controller yet for the Dallas Cowboys?
No, I got to go print my star out first, and then I'm going to get some glue, and I'm going to glue it to my controller. But yeah, Luke Taylor, it is beautiful.
On your controller, okay? You don't put that star in this house.
Jago says on Pink Friday, Superstation. But yeah, guys, we got to wrap it up. Oh, Neo Mento, don't me. All right, send me a team. I'll put it in my controller. I'll take a picture of it, send it to you, and then I'll take off the team. How about that? I'll make everybody happy, okay? So, guys, we're going to wrap up the show now. Supersonic Station, would you like to let everybody know where they can find you, what you're up to, and all that good stuff?
YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, Supersonic, all one word. I'm going to be streaming Resident Evil late tonight in virtual reality. Find me on Wednesdays before this podcast. Me and Lady Lex UK do a co-stream of Project Spark, and next week we're making superheroes, so whatever superhero you want, just let us know. And tonight, Dazcast. Woo!
Woo! Dazcast is awesome. Do you do Dazcast every week?
Not every week. It just depends on what's going on, but the show's funny. Every time I'm on that show, my stomach hurts for 2 days from laughing.
Awesome.
It's a lot of fun, so check it out. It's like on in maybe 7 hours or 6 hours or something.
Yeah, it's on
just
6
be
p.m.
careful when
Eastern
you go
time.
on there. Daz likes to put some porn links in the chat, so naughty.
Yes, he does.
Awesome. All right, and everybody's links are below for their Twitter as well, so you can find Supersonic Station there and learn more about him or whatever over on Twitter, because he's on Twitter all the time. Creating Beyond Limits. Where can people find you? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
YouTube, Cream Beyond Limits. I just put a link in the chat if people want to go over and check out my channel. I do a bunch of nerdy shit, gameplay videos, movie reviews, reactions. I will have, like I said earlier, my first Christmas-related video on the channel. And I will have a review for a big movie that's coming out hopefully soon, if I go to see it tonight, like I hope so. The Star Wars movie.
Okay, I was going to say, is it Star Wars?
Oh,
how did you know?
No idea.
I'm gonna go see that by myself.
Goodbye. Have fun.
You don't even like Star Wars, lady.
That's why I said goodbye. Have fun.
Well, that's why I said by myself. Man.
All right. So continue, CBL.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a review for Star Wars. I do have midnight tickets to see it, midnight release. I see if we're too tired or not, but hopefully everything goes to plan. I go see it. So gameplay videos, reviews. Sometimes I pull up funny moment videos and stuff like that. Just a bunch of lots of different type of content because I like lots of different type of stuff. So yes, I had a great time being on the show as always.
Are you gonna do a Ready Player One reaction?
I told you I'd have it up today, but
you're fired.
Oh, that trailer! Oh my goodness.
I haven't watched it. I wanted to do a reaction to it today, but then I ended up playing PUBG, and that happened to stop me from doing videos. It's a bad game. Don't buy it.
Don't blame PUBG for that. No.
I was like, I won't do the video. I'll just stream PUBG instead. And then I tried to stream it, and the game crashed. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just play it by myself.
All by yourself.
All
right. Just like everybody else, CBL's Twitter link is below in the description. You can follow him on Twitter. Xbot448. Where can people find the Lispy Gamer? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
Well, in about 90 seconds from now, you'll find me in the bathroom because I have to pee so bad.
That's
but yeah, hopefully I can kind of like settle back into the different panels of the different live shows that I'm on. You know, Crossfire, that small show that some people might know, BGST as well. Next podcast, but if you guys want to know what's going on, if you want to know when content drops on my channel, or whenever I'm going live on a podcast such as this one, Coffee Casuals and Consoles, follow me on Twitter, which is there is a link in the description below. But I had a lot of fun. It was fun to be back. I still have a lot more to say, but unfortunately, we have to go for now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But it's been great conversation, and it's really good having you back.
Absolutely.
Know, it's so different when Xbot's not here. You know, it's very stable. It's the best way for me to put it.
Well,
the show is very stable.
When he's here, it's always very spicy.
Okay?
Oh yeah, you should take it as a compliment. But when he's here, the show goes off the rails, and it's absolutely crazy. It's a lot of fun, and I'm happy you're here. I'm sure everybody else is happy you're back as well. But yeah, his link is below, you guys. Mr. Boomstick, where can people find you? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
Well, you can find me on Twitter. I tweet all day long. I enjoy letting people know my opinion, and of course, you can find me there at Mr. Boomstick XL. You can also find me at my newly launched channel, Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick, on YouTube. And you can catch me on Crossfire on Friday nights at 7.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then you guys have me, the host. Oh snap! It's Mel. You can find me on Twitter at girlscangame22. I have been on Mixer a lot recently, and I think that's mixer.com/ohsnapitsmel. You can totally check out my links on Twitter. And yeah, I'm on the brink, guys, of hitting 1,000 subscribers. I'm really excited because we just hit 900 while the show is going.
Nice.
So that's really exciting. Yeah. So I mean, things are pretty amazing. So if you go out to the About Me section on my channel here or up at the top, you guys will also be able to click onto my Mixer and follow me there, because I will be doing more PUBG streams on there. And a lot of times I upload them to YouTube, but like the one from last night where it got cut out and I yelled and stuff, I'm not uploading that one. But yeah. I look forward to doing more streams, and I can't wait till next week's show. But guys, it's been awesome, and yeah, we gotta head out for the day. So thank you everybody in the chat for joining us and rocking out. You guys are amazing. Later.
Later,
Suffering
guys.
succotash.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.